In a world filled with noise and distractions, where voices clamor for our attention from every direction, it's easy to lose sight of the most important voice of all, our own. Yet buried beneath the cacophony of external influences lies a whisper, a call to embrace our individuality and assert our personal freedom. What if I told you that your life is not a script to be handed over to others, but a masterpiece waiting to be painted by your own hand? What if I challenge you to break free from the chains of conformity and boldly declare, "This is my life, and I will live it on my terms"? Too often, we allow the opinions and expectations of others to shape our decisions, to mold us into replicas of their desires. We surrender the reins of our destiny, relinquishing control to those who have no right to steer our course. But today, my friends, I stand before you to deliver a message of empowerment, a rallying cry to reclaim ownership of our lives. Individuality is not a weakness to be hidden or suppressed. It is our greatest strength, our unique fingerprint upon the canvas of existence. Each of us possesses gifts, talents, and dreams waiting to be unleashed upon the world. But these treasures remain dormant until we have the courage to embrace them fully. Personal freedom is not a luxury reserved for the fortunate few. It is a birthright bestowed upon every soul that draws breath. Yet it is a gift that must be claimed, defended, and nurtured with unwavering resolve. For true freedom is not found in the absence of constraints, but in the power to choose our own path despite them. So I implore you, my fellow travelers on this journey called life, do not allow the voices of doubt, fear, or conformity to drown out the melody of your soul. Do not let the opinions of others become the bars of a prison in which you are held captive. Instead, embrace the symphony of your own voice, harmonizing with the chorus of humanity in a song uniquely yours. Today, we stand at a crossroads where the path of conformity diverges from the road less traveled, the path of authenticity, of self-discovery, of liberation. The choice is yours, my friends. Will you continue to live by the script written by others, or will you seize the pen and become the author of your own destiny? Remember, the world may try to define you, to confine you within narrow boundaries of expectation. But you are more than the sum of others' opinions. You are a force of nature, a beacon of light in a world shrouded in darkness. It is time to reclaim your power, to rise above the noise and proclaim to the world, "This is my life, and I will live it on my terms." So go forth with courage in your heart and fire in your soul. Dare to defy the status quo, to challenge the norms, to live boldly and unapologetically as the masterpiece you were born to be. For in the end, it is not the approval of others that defines our worth, but the authenticity with which we live our lives. In the grand tapestry of life, each of us is woven from a unique thread, imbued with qualities and strengths that are ours alone. Yet how often do we shrink from our own brilliance, dimming our light to fit into the molds prescribed by society? My friends, I urge you to cast aside the shackles of conformity and embrace the fullness of who you are. For it is in embracing our authentic selves that we unlock the boundless potential within us. Think for a moment about the most vibrant flowers in nature. They do not seek to mimic the blooms around them. Instead, they bloom in their own distinct hues, each petal a testament to their individuality. So too must we embrace our unique qualities and strengths, for it is in our differences that our true beauty lies. I want to share with you the story of a dear friend of mine, someone who spent years hiding behind a mask of conformity, afraid to reveal their true self to the world. But one day, they made a choice to embrace their authenticity, flaws and all. And do you know what happened? They found freedom, they found joy. They found a sense of purpose that had long eluded them. For it is only when we embrace our authentic selves that we can truly experience the richness of life. But embracing our authenticity is not always easy. It requires courage, vulnerability, and a willingness to stand apart from the crowd. Yet it is in that very act of courage that we find our greatest strength. I want you to imagine for a moment a world where everyone embraced their authentic selves. A world where judgment and criticism gave way to acceptance and celebration of each individual's uniqueness. What a world it would be. But we cannot wait for the world to change. We must be the change we wish to see. And it all begins with self-acceptance and self-love. You see, my friends, when we learn to love ourselves unconditionally, we become unstoppable. We no longer seek validation from external sources, for we know that our worth comes from within. And in that knowledge, we find the freedom to pursue our passions, to chase our dreams, and to live our lives with purpose and fulfillment. So I challenge you today to embrace your authentic self. Embrace your quirks, your flaws, your imperfections, for they are what make you uniquely beautiful. And remember, you are worthy of love just as you are. In the words of the great poet Maya Angelou, you alone are enough. You have nothing to prove to anybody, so go forth, my friends, and shine your light brightly for the world to see. Embrace your authenticity and watch as miracles unfold before your very eyes. In the grand theater of life, society often plays the role of director, casting individuals into predefined roles and expecting them to perform according to a script written by others. But my friends, I challenge you to break free from the chains of external expectations and reclaim ownership of your own narrative. Consider for a moment the countless expectations placed upon us by society. The pressure to look a certain way, to pursue a particular career path, to conform to societal norms at every turn. These expectations can weigh heavily upon our shoulders, stifling our creativity and suffocating our dreams. But I want you to ask yourself this, whose life are you living? Are you living for yourself, or are you living according to the expectations of others? It's time to shatter the illusion of conformity and embrace the truth of who you are. You are not here to fulfill someone else's vision of success. You are here to write your own story, to carve out your own path, to dance to the rhythm of your own heartbeat. So how do we break free from the suffocating grip of societal expectations? It begins with a shift in mindset, a refusal to be defined by the narrow confines of external validation. It means daring to be different, daring to defy the status quo, daring to stand up and say, this is who I am, and I will not apologize for it. But breaking free from societal expectations is easier said than done. It requires courage, resilience, and an unwavering commitment to staying true to oneself. It means tuning out the voices of doubt and criticism, and instead listening to the quiet whisper of intuition that guides us toward our true purpose. One strategy for breaking free from societal expectations is to cultivate a strong sense of self-awareness. Take the time to reflect on your values, your beliefs, and your dreams. Ask yourself what truly matters to you, and then have the courage to pursue it relentlessly, regardless of what others may think or say. Another strategy is to surround yourself with like-minded individuals who support and uplift you on your journey. Seek out communities and mentors who celebrate your authenticity and encourage you to be your best self. But perhaps the most important strategy of all is to remember that your worth is not determined by external validation. You are inherently worthy simply by virtue of being alive. And when you stay true to your own values and beliefs, you radiate a light that is impossible to ignore. So my friends, stay true to your own values and beliefs, and watch as the world opens up before you in ways you never thought possible. For in the end, it is not the approval of others that defines our worth, but the courage to live authentically, unapologetically, and true to ourselves. Deep within each of us lies a spark, a flame waiting to be ignited, our passions. Yet, how often do we allow the demands of daily life to smother that flame, relegating our dreams to the shadows of our consciousness? But my friends, I urge you to fan the flames of your passions and pursue them with unwavering determination. Think for a moment about the things that make your heart sing, the activities that bring you joy and fulfillment. These are your passions, your purpose, your reason for being. But identifying our passions is just the first step. The real magic happens when we commit to pursuing them wholeheartedly. Consider the story of Sarah, a young woman who dreamed of becoming a painter since she was a child. Despite the doubts and discouragement of those around her, Sarah refused to give up on her passion. She spent hours honing her craft, pouring her heart and soul into every brushstroke. And though the road was not always easy, Sarah's unwavering dedication eventually led her to success beyond her wildest dreams. But pursuing our passions is not always smooth sailing. Along the way, we may encounter obstacles, setbacks, and challenges that threaten to derail us from our path. Yet, it is precisely in those moments of adversity that our true strength is revealed. Take the story of Michael, a musician who faced countless rejections and failures on his journey to success. But instead of allowing those setbacks to crush his spirit, Michael used them as fuel to propel him forward. He embraced each failure as an opportunity to learn and grow, never losing sight of his ultimate goal. So how can we discover and nurture our own passions? One practical tip is to pay attention to what excites you, what fills you with a sense of purpose and excitement. Whether it's writing, painting, cooking, or dancing, your passions are the activities that make you come alive. Another tip is to experiment fearlessly, to try new things and explore different avenues until you find what truly sets your soul on fire. Don't be afraid to fail, for failure is simply a stepping stone on the path to success. But perhaps the most important tip of all is to never lose sight of your passions, no matter how busy life may become. Make time for the things that bring you joy, even if it's just a few minutes each day. Remember, your passions are not just hobbies. They are the essence of who you are. So my friends, I urge you to embrace your passions with open arms and pursue them with all the fervor of your being. For in the pursuit of our passions, we discover not only what brings us joy, but also what gives our lives meaning and purpose. And when we live a life aligned with our passions, we tap into a wellspring of creativity, fulfillment, and joy that knows no bounds. In the theater of life, fear and doubt often take center stage, casting a shadow over our dreams and aspirations. But my friends, I'm here to tell you that fear and doubt are nothing more than illusions, barriers constructed by the mind to keep us small and stagnant. It's time to shatter those illusions and step boldly into the light of our own potential. Think for a moment about the fears and doubts that hold you back from living authentically. Perhaps it's the fear of failure, the fear of rejection, or the fear of not being good enough. Whatever form your fears may take, know that you are not alone. We all grapple with fear and doubt at times, but it's how we choose to respond to them that ultimately defines us. So how do we overcome fear and doubt and build self-confidence in their place? The answer lies in understanding that fear is not the enemy. It's simply a signpost pointing us toward growth. Instead of allowing fear to paralyze us, we must learn to embrace it as a teacher guiding us toward our highest potential. One strategy for overcoming fear is to reframe our perspective. Instead of focusing on the potential pitfalls and obstacles, shift your focus to the possibilities and opportunities that lie on the other side of fear. Visualize yourself succeeding, envision the life you desire, and let that vision propel you forward with unwavering confidence. Another strategy is to take small, incremental steps outside of your comfort zone. Courage is not the absence of fear. It's the willingness to take action in spite of fear. So challenge yourself to do one thing each day that scares you, whether it's speaking up in a meeting, trying a new hobby, or reaching out to someone you admire. And perhaps the most powerful strategy for overcoming fear and doubt is to cultivate self-love and self-compassion. Recognize that you are worthy and deserving of success, regardless of your past mistakes or perceived shortcomings. Treat yourself with kindness and gentleness and know that you are capable of achieving anything you set up. I want to share with you a personal anecdote, a story of resilience and courage in the face of fear. Years ago, I found myself at a crossroads, paralyzed by doubt and uncertainty about my future. But instead of succumbing to fear, I made a choice to confront my fears head-on and pursue my dreams with unwavering determination. And though the road was not always easy, I discovered a strength within myself that I never knew existed. I learned that fear is not a barrier. It's a bridge that leads us from where we are to where we want to be. And when we summon the courage to cross that bridge, we emerge on the other side stronger, wiser, and more resilient than ever before. So my friends, I urge you to face your fears with courage and conviction. Know that you are capable of overcoming any obstacle that stands in your way. And remember, the only limits that exist are the ones we place upon ourselves. So let go of fear, embrace possibility, and step boldly into the life you were meant to live. Hi friends, I want you to imagine for a moment a ship navigating the vast ocean, its course determined not by the winds or the waves, but by the steady hand of its captain. Just as the captain takes ownership of the ship's journey, so too must we take ownership of our own lives. You see, my friends, life is not a spectator sport. It's a participatory adventure. Each day presents us with a myriad of choices that shape the course of our destiny. But how often do we abdicate responsibility for those choices, blaming external circumstances or other people for our shortcomings? But here's the truth. The power to create the life we desire lies within us. It lies in our ability to take ownership of our choices and actions, to recognize that we alone are the architects of our fate. And when we embrace that truth, we step into a place of profound empowerment. Taking ownership of our lives means acknowledging that we are not victims of circumstance, but masters of our own destiny. It means refusing to be defined by our past mistakes or setbacks, and instead choosing to learn and grow from them. It means recognizing that we have the power to chart a new course, to pursue our dreams with unwavering determination. But perhaps most importantly, taking ownership of our lives means setting goals and taking proactive steps towards their achievement. It means daring to dream big, to envision a future filled with possibility and potential, and then taking bold action to bring that vision to life. Now I want to share with you a story of a young man who grew up in poverty, surrounded by adversity and hardship. But instead of allowing his circumstances to dictate his future, he made a choice to take ownership of his life and create a better future for himself. He set audacious goals for himself, refusing to let fear or doubt hold him back. And with relentless determination and unwavering commitment, he turned those goals into reality, achieving success beyond his wildest dreams. But here's the thing, my friends, you don't have to wait for a crisis or a catastrophe to take ownership of your life. You can start right now in this moment by making a commitment to yourself, a commitment to live with intention, purpose, and passion. So I challenge you, my friends, to take ownership of your life, to embrace the power within you, to create the life you desire. Set goals, take action, and never lose sight of the incredible potential that lies within you. For when you take ownership of your life, you take control of your destiny, and there is no limit to what you can achieve. My friends, as we come to the end of our journey together, I want to take a moment to reflect on the powerful message we've explored today. We've talked about the importance of embracing our authentic selves, stepping into the fullness of who we are and refusing to be defined by the expectations of others. We've discussed the power of overcoming fear and doubt, of daring to pursue our passions with unwavering determination. And we've explored the transformative impact of taking ownership of our lives, of recognizing that we alone have the power to shape our destiny. But perhaps the central theme that runs through it all is this: we must never allow others to live our lives for us. We must never relinquish control of our own destiny, handing over the reins to those who would seek to dictate our path. For when we do, we lose sight of the unique gifts and talents that make us who we are. We lose sight of the beauty and brilliance that lies within each and every one of us. My friends, I urge you to reclaim ownership of your life, to seize the reins and steer your own course with courage and conviction. Do not allow the opinions or expectations of others to dim your light or dampen your spirit. Instead, embrace your individuality with pride, knowing that you are a masterpiece in the making, a work of art waiting to be unveiled to the world. And as you go forth from this moment, I want you to carry with you a sense of empowerment and inspiration. Know that you have the power within you to create the life you desire, to pursue your passions with purpose and conviction. Know that you are worthy of love, of success, of everything your heart desires. So go forth, my friends, and embrace your individuality with open arms. Dare to be different, dare to be bold, dare to live a life that is uniquely yours. For when you do, you will inspire others to do the same, creating a ripple effect of empowerment and transformation that will echo throughout the ages. And remember, my friends, the world is waiting for you to shine your light brightly. So don't hold back. Embrace who you are, embrace your passions, and embrace the incredible potential that lies within you. For the world is yours for the taking, and there is no limit to what you can achieve when you live life on your own.